Yo, what's up guys? Today we are reacting to this video from the BBC. It's called How Sweden Survives Without Small Talk. It came up in my recommendations and I was like, hey, this should be interesting. I did not know Swedes did not like small talk. Um, is that true? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let's go. No more small talk. Let's just watch the video.
Small talk is those kind of, in themselves, unimportant topics. If you ask people what's the purpose of talking, then many Swedes will say, oh, to give information, but that's really not what small talk is about.
Why small talk is cheap in Sweden. Okay. So I said I'm not gonna do small talk, but I'm just gonna ask you guys, if you guys want to support the channel, click on join. The button isn't it's the button below. And yeah, you guys will become a member of the channel. That will help me, and you guys can request any video that you want and I will probably be able to react to it if I'm not too busy. It's like an appetizer.
Nu är ingen i trappuppgången. Om jag skyndar mig nu så slipper jag träffa grannen.
That looks like me. I do that. I try to avoid people as much as I can. My neighbors.
Hej!
Åh nej, nu småpratar den här också. Hej!
Nu måste jag säga någonting innan hon tycker jag är skum. Vädret? Jag vet inte hur vädret är idag. Fint väder.
Vädret? Jag vet inte hur vädret är idag.
Ja, jättefint.
Nu måste jag säga någonting innan han tycker att jag är helt självupptagen. Och se den här hissen här. Kom igen, kom igen, kom igen, kom igen.
Nu har jag inlett konversationen.
It's the most awkward moment.
Ska jag säga något mer innan hon tycker jag är den skumma väderkillen?
Hejdå.
If there's one message, it would be that small talk is really big. It's just the topics that are small. The biggest problem for Swedes to understand is that it has a meaning even if you're talking about the weather. But the meaning is not the weather. If you want to know about the weather, you ask a meteorologist. The meaning is, let's have a little connection.
Goodness. That is so straightforward. If somebody, yo, it's a good weather, huh? I don't know. Ask the meteorologist. Kallprat, dodprat.
Basically, Swedish people want to avoid small talk situations, and in order to do that, they avoid eye contact. And Swedes have developed different strategies to do that. For example, when they see you coming towards you in your direction on the streets, they just stare somewhere else, for example in a shopping window, or they just take out their phones and stare at that. And while they do that, they have actually mastered the competence, the skill of navigating through crowded places just by staring there and using their peripheral vision.
Wow. Is this true? In its
En
entirety.
Jonas från högstadiet. Kolla bort så kanske han inte ser mig.
Wow, Klara. Har inte sett henne sedan 9:an. Hej, hur är läget? Det var länge sedan sist.
Hej.
Hur är läget?
Det är bra. Ska du också ta bussen?
Nej, jag tänkte bara gå förbi.
Hoppas bussen kommer nu så jag slipper snacka med honom.
2 minutes.
Hur är du själv?
2 long minutes.
Psykologen och inte jobbat på 2 år. Jo, det är bra.
Äntligen kom bussen, nu slipper jag honom.
Nu kommer bussen, men vi ses.
Ja, det var kul att snacka. Vi kanske kan ses någon dag. Vad creepy. Träffas. Ni har inte snackat sedan 9:an. Nu kommer hon tycka att du är jätteskum.
Swedish people like to mind their own business. They don't get on the street and talk to everyone. They just want to go out and go to the place where they want to go without any distraction, ideally.
I think I'm Swedish and I don't know.
Sweden is a vast country. People have been living more spread out, and they're used to being alone, being like just within their small group, and maybe not having so much contact to other people who are living in other villages, etc. And this kind of culture that's from like many hundred years from before still exists a little bit more and more present, even within among those Swedish people living in cities, for example. Swedish people might get a bit confused first when they go to another country, and then people are very chatty. I think it takes a few days when they're abroad, when they're on their vacations, to open up a little bit more. But also, when a Swede comes back to Sweden, they have to readjust to their own small talk culture again.
Well, I think if a Swede goes to if he ever or if she ever goes to Brazil, they would feel so uncomfortable because Brazilians, they love asking a lot of questions. They love asking about your personal life. They ask about where you're from, what you do, how much you earn. I mean, I'm from Brazil, but I when I when I went to Brazil for the first time after living abroad, I was like so uncomfortable. It's my own country, but I was not used to it. And I was so uncomfortable with all of these questions, and I felt out of place, you know. But I think if you guys go to Brazil, you will kind of feel out of place as well because of all of these awkward questions.
So there are two kinds of cultures. One, there's the peach culture and the coconut culture. And America and many other cultures, they're more the peach, that you very quickly get down to a certain level of trust. And that's why you can meet people and sort of go out to a meal and feel like you know them very quickly. But then there's that kind of center of the peach. That's hard. Whereas Sweden is more a coconut culture. It's very hard to get in. And some people joke like, oh, it takes 10 years. And then you get to the heart of the coconut, but it's like, 10 years, you know.
Wow. Oh, that's the end of the video. Okay, I guess I understand where you're coming from because I mean, when you're a reserved person and you just want to go about your day, I mean, it is very annoying when somebody is, you know, trying to chit chat and, you know, make small talk and just try to, I don't know, like find out about your life or something. These type of things are so awkward and I find it a little bit inconvenient as well. But it depends on different cultures, I guess. Many people from different cultures act differently, you know, and I don't think they do it as a, you know, they don't do it because they want to be inconvenient. They just do it because they're genuinely curious. But, you know, I think it all comes down to culture. But let me know, are you like this? If you're from Sweden, let me know, are you like this? And if you're from any other part of the world, how is it in your country? Let me know. I'm very interested. As I said, in my country, everyone wants to know more about you, and they're very curious. Not so much where, like my city, I'm from the capital, Sao Paulo. We are very, they call us cold and very shut down, shut off. What is the expression? We are not very welcoming. That's what they say about my city, the capital city. And because we, like, for example, we don't like talking in the elevator. We are basically just because we are from the big city, it's a metropolis, so we tend to just go about our day, and we're not very polite. But now with strangers, because if I don't know them, then I'm not gonna talk to them. I feel like I respect their space, so I don't talk to you, you don't talk to me, and we're good. But when people start trying to make small talk, I feel uncomfortable, and I feel uncomfortable up to this date. You know, I mean, just if you have something to say it. If you don't, then I'm not really in the mood of talking in the elevator while I'm taking my trash out, stuff like that. Um, and this has happened to me so many times. And sometimes I tell them, no, you can go ahead, and I'll get the next elevator just to avoid talking to people. And I thought I was being antisocial for doing that, but apparently it's a cultural thing, and I don't know where I got it from, but I don't know. I think because I think Europe in general is kind of like that. Well, not really, because Italians and Spanish and yeah, Italian, Spanish, they're very they're very welcoming. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I may seem like a very kind and polite person, but in person, face to face, I'm very shy and I'm very awkward sometimes. If you guys ever meet me in person, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm a very shy person. I'll see you guys. Take care now. Bye bye.